Hey everyone, welcome to the channel where we love to talk about movies. Welcome especially if you're new. If you enjoy talking about movies and staying up to speed on what's in theaters and what's worth checking out, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Alright, with that we're going to jump into today's review, which is for a documentary actually. It's called Fire of Love. So this is a documentary about two volcanologists. I saw it yesterday, so I'm not like immediately home from the theater from seeing it. But yeah, still wanted to talk about it. And yeah, it's about two volcanologists. Their names are Maurice and Kasia. And they lived in basically the second half of the 20th century. And yeah, this was an interesting film. I had seen some of the trailers for it, and the trailer posts like 100% Rotten Tomatoes score, which you always have to be careful for that. That just means 100% of the people thought it was fresh, but that doesn't mean that it's like the best thing ever. So it's a pass-fail metric on that. But I can see how it was at 100%. It's definitely an interesting documentary, but it's yeah, again, it's not like a 10 out of 10. It doesn't equate to that. For me, it was a thumbs up, but it wasn't like yeah, it was worth the watch and interesting, but a not like a yeah, not a super good film. But what I enjoyed a lot about it though was just the footage that they included. So the footage of the volcanoes that Maurice and Kasia captured, it was some really beautiful stuff. Like I don't know that I've seen anything like that, especially they talk about in the documentary there's two types of volcanoes. There's the red and the gray. And the red has kind of flowing lava and the gray is mostly like smoke. But I thought especially the red volcanoes, they got some really cool footage on camera, and it's just yeah, it's impressive that people were that close to it to capture that and really not having any idea. Like if they didn't do that, I wouldn't know what that would ever look like. But they teased fairly early on in the documentary, so I don't think it's a spoiler that and I mean it's historical events, but the couple died actually as part of or like in a volcanic eruption, and then they kind of backtrack and then go through their lives and their careers as volcanologists. But the yeah, it was interesting to see kind of yeah, I don't know that I can relate, or like I would ever do that as like kind of living in that danger zone, but it's very impressive to see these two people and kind of what drove them in their life to like the passion that they had for this. And then they like part of the documentary also goes into their work trying to just educate people so that way more places can have evacuation plans and actually exercise them when you get these eruptions. And yeah, that's important work, and it's something I like didn't even know was a thing before I saw the documentary. So yeah, it was yeah, it's not like the most crystal clear footage because it's shot last century, like they weren't walking around with IMAX and 4K cameras, but it's still some really beautiful footage. It still looks pretty clean, and yeah, it's phenomenal that they were able to capture everything that they did. So yeah, it's a movie I'd recommend if you're looking for something, or documentary rather. It's a documentary I'd recommend if you're looking for something to watch. I don't know that it's not a must see, but it was enjoyable and educational. So what more can you ask for in a documentary? But with that, if you've had a chance to see Fire of Love, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And with that, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss any of my videos. And thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next review.